station. You're listening to this is Radio Biafra.
This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are broadcasting live from New York City. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening to all of you, and welcome to another scintillating edition of Radio Biafra US 2 program. I still have to remind you that today our leader will be on air this night at 7 p.m. Biafra land time. You have to tune in to listen to his broadcast today. Today is Sunday, blessed Sunday, another great day of July the 5th. Yesterday was America's Independence Day, and there was gunshots and there were firecrackers and everything last night, and it was actually fireworks that was going on where I live. I was watching it from the outside, my balcony, and looking up. One more time I say happy belated birthday to United States of America. This is our country, this is where we live, and this is where we grow, this is where we do our things. These are people that take us as, no matter what anybody says. For me, this place has been the best place I've ever enjoyed in my life. Never been a Nigerian, was never born in Nigeria, was born in Biafra land, and that's why I am a Biafran. I've always been a Biafran. The only place that I know that I'm a human being is in Biafra, not anything they call Nigeria. It's a place I rejected from when I was a baby, and up till now I've been struggling to make sure that my country comes back to me. But the struggle continues. I was in the first war and I'm in this one too. Not fighting physically, because our leader this time has a different idea of how we can get to achieve what we want, and he is doing it excellently well. Every single day brings us closer. People can say whatever they like. Yesterday I had a conversation with my auntie. She was so worried. She was actually my wife. She was telling my wife, tips for people who know how to do this thing, how Nnamdi Kanu is abusing everybody. And I said, listen, she didn't want to come to me directly, so she went through my wife. And then my wife was like, my wife too was smiling about it, because now yesterday she had the audacity to call me. She called me and I was waiting for that call, and I was very happy she did. She's a woman I love so much. She's my mother-in-law's junior sister, and we are close friends. We are very, 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 very close. So we talk a lot. She's interested in Biafra, to be honest, perfectly honest with you. She's very, 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 very much into Biafra. Ironically, and don't let me not go there. She's so interested in Biafra, and the family, there's a little divided opinion, because my brother-in-law, my Ogongoko, is vying to become the Nigeria's president, which is not a bad idea, but taking the wrong turn at the right place. They are doing the right thing at the wrong time. That's my own point. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way I've expressed it from the beginning. So we were talking yesterday, and Mama said, you see, this abuse thing is bringing us down. I said, Mama, stop, forget about it. Just don't even go there. Because anybody who this doesn't concern will not be bothered. Nnamdi Kanu says it the way it is. I wish we had two people like him that will get up and tell you where it hurts you. Because if I know is bitter quinin, Ogwu Eba. There was one in Aba, those days when it was small, I forgot the name. It was made by somebody from Arodis. The thing was bitter, actually bitter, not even quinine, cow local one. So so if I'm Nnamdi Kanu about Ogweba, no child the thing, it will heal you. But the bitterness, following you, I remember when I was a child, you hate your mother to say, all back all area, because you don't have any back all area, you're going to be given a very, very bitter medicine. Nnamdi Kanu is right. Let him talk. If you don't like it, that's your problem. Because nobody wants to listen. Now everybody is jumping, and I come on, including myself. Because we are not at all, we're not doing well. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt me. Do you know why? Honestly, if any now I wish he could double it. I wish he can do it 200%. So that our people are deaf-eared. They don't listen. Everywhere, all the talk shows hosts now, they are talking about And I call on because you're looking for, you are stupid. You got to believe. And I stop okay. What is okay? Okay, you believe. It does not matter. After all, when you believe and they make okay. It doesn't mean that the fools don't get old. They do. So you will die believe. You will cook and see if I had that, there's no point. I have known somebody in my life, my mate, Masinam Tolia, from God is 7 years old. He's still alive today. Because he will drink and sleep and fall down anywhere he wants to fall down. But Sanya the other hand so by a little bit, he will mad. Do you call that mad? Is he alright? But he's an old man like me. He didn't die a young man. He didn't remain young. Age will always take its toll. So, I don't care how you say it, because I say how can you say you already like a dry firewood. I say now okay bend to you crack. Yeah? That is the point. So I told Mama yesterday, I said, and I think she got convinced. Because I said, Mama, say listen, figurative words, from his parents. That doesn't mean she's going to kill you, because okay, I forgot again. So our name Iyke Borosu, what a clean one, Bossasiaya, Bepi Opa, Bepi Isi, Berake Towea and Sokoto, Black okay cause of Towea, Tosasiaya everywhere. And these people that call themselves our leaders are not talking. Nnamdi Kanu Kuarion as no Kuraru, Kedaru Okuru. Ajo Mama yesterday said, Onye bi ajugase, Onye maunyewo, because you are not the leaders. You didn't bring yourself out as a leader. You face the same music. So he knows where he hurts. If you claim something, do it the right way. Nnamdi Kanu, I say okay, in 3 months. For me, I don't necessary. Just throw it aside. He will change. When he changes, then we will know. Because in the for how many videos have they shown that he said you are supporting these people? The support has been there from our so-called founding fathers. In our support to that handle for how many years? How long will you continue? Is a handle. How long will you continue to wait for them to do what is right? The evil didn't start today. It started in our grandfathers. How many years can this so-called zoo Nigeria had? It started from the beginning. The British people taught them how to falsify election, how to be criminals. So if I am on our DNA, because before it will go out, we need sanitization. That is why we want Biafra. Let us have something new and start from the clean slate. That is the point. Nigeria is so polluted to a point that it cannot be cleaned. Or not possible. It's just impossible. Anybody out there with deceiving is maybe all the Riamma, do you understand? Because we are very selfish. Naturally, Nigerians were trained to be selfish. Our system didn't start in the real fact the way normal things start. We were just brought into something, and the people that taught us are the British. They taught us how to be false, how to be criminals. They taught us how to forge papers. And forget about no matter what we say. In their home, it is not, they don't do that. Believe me, in their home, they do it, but, they diplomatically do it. Because, they don't want that scandal. So all the bad things they do, they push it to us. That is why, even if you go to the so-called zoo, check all the criminals anywhere there. Most of the politicians, the hardcore ones that are real criminals, they all studied abroad. I don't know, they all studied. I know somebody who he was in this country. He made his PhD here. He's a big guy. He went to the village. Township, went to a village. Village. Breaking all the laws. I was close to him. I tell him these things on his face. Can you do this in the United States? If you name it now, you will give me now you as a you can't. You just take it there, you leave the good ones, and then you go there, just live like the people, and even get worse than them. Because how are not there? Some of them with conscience. In your own case, you're doing it that there's nothing anybody can do. With impunity. That is exactly what we are. So when you look at what is going on, it's not by accident. This is something that they learn in school. The British will teach them this, and to be honest with you, they do it, and they do it very, very well. So Nigeria, what you see, there's no way we can survive in that place. Nobody can. Nobody. It's a big joke, because the foundation is wrong. The foundation, a little wrong foundation, and what it needs is a complete excavation. That is the foundation. Then bidonisi. We go back to the drawing board. That's what Biafra is all about. Biafra is going back to the drawing board to make sure that we are sanitized, at least so that we can know where we are going. The point is, we got into Nigeria that the British man handed to us, and nothing has changed. Nnamdi Kanu is talking, and they think it's about Biafra alone. No. The Yoruba should take care of themselves. The Hausas in the north take back their territory and become what they are, and decide on their own fate. We are here fooling ourselves. Foreigners that feel that we are like let me not use that bad word. She doesn't make money because everybody is her friend. So the Fulanis took advantage. They are coming in to take over the land, because for them, these people are so disorganized. We can go there and conquer them and take over their home. They are doing it, and doing it well. And somebody in Igbo land will be hoping that tomorrow Nigeria will be good. Don't you see we are not okay? I know most of you are afraid. Some of you are afraid. Some of you are around. I wouldn't even say no fear, because they pay you to do a job, and you are doing that job. You are trying everything to show them that you are really working for them. But in the end, you are not the same thing with them. They know who they are. They know their brothers. They know their own person. If for some you can never be Igbo man can never be Fulani brother, or the impossible. A Biafran can never be a Fulani's brother. No, it is a no. The Yorubas who think that they can become one like Fulani, they are wasting their time. The Hausa man has allowed himself to be taken over by these people, by these strangers that came in and killed their leaders, took away their leaders, and installed themselves as the emirs and the whatever. Today they know. Today they know their children should wake up and take back their land. That is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. Biafrans are not interested in taking over anybody's land. What we are saying is our own land. Anywhere in the world where the women tie two-piece wrapper, that's crude, isn't it? It sounds crude. But these are Biafrans. This identity that nobody was able to copy in 100 years. In 100 years of staying together, our tradition, that particular tradition of Yema Akwa Ukwu, because I remember, honestly speaking, I remember my mom, my elder sister. I was young then. When they want to go to get to a new home, like she's getting married or anything, my mom will sit down there. Even my junior brother spoke about it yesterday. We were just talking. My junior brother was quite a baby when these things were happening, but then he still remembered it. That when mama wants to tie that wrapper, she will stretch her leg, tie the first one on top, and then wrap the other one on top of it. And you know what? She teaches this to her daughters. Because you are going to a man's house now, you're going to become a wife. You have to dress this particular way you dress. As we use our eye to know married women. I'm telling you honestly. No matter how young you are, as soon as we look at you with that wrapper, say, okay. You don't need to look at your finger for ring, because not all of them are going to church to wear ring. No. But their mode of dressing. This is a tradition that nobody copied in 100 years. And today is a landmark. It's something, it might sound crude, isn't it? But it worked. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the creator, our people, our God that created us, gave us that landmark, and nobody has copied it. We go to Yoruba land, we copy Ashwebi, it's copy. But nobody copied that tying of two wrappers. Nobody. The Yoruba woman says swings only one wrapper. Yeah. So that she the worker for the thing throw away, you go just the worker they go, you not even know say wrapper not there in waste. So that is their tradition. But this particular two-piece wrapper thing was never copied by anybody. Because when our leader said it sounded very crude. Like people are saying, what is he talking about? Hey, but like as usual, his talks are inspirational. He says things that I don't know where he gets the information from. Some people say, oh, he's very educated. No, he doesn't read book more than everybody else. The man is inspired. I keep telling you, people. He knows what he's saying is something gift. It's a gift that most of us don't have. Well, I might be educated when I read the book, but you know what? Anytime you call him and you try to destroy him, you are uplifting him. You are bringing him higher than the level that he was before. So like I was saying, I was talking about my mother-in-law, my auntie. Yesterday she got convinced that what I was saying was right, because I asked her a question. Is it because no Nnamdi Kanu kulie? Everybody says these things. People as on as no, everybody will go there. All Christians are Satan, they will go to hell. That is not true. Onye na-ekwu ya ajụrụ ya sị ya, in make katago meghe ọnụ gị one day na ndị Igbo afro onwe ha n'anya, or say yes. So are you now contradicting yourself? Because it's na ndị Igbo. In other words, you're referring to all the Igbos afro onwe ha n'anya. Is it true? Onwe ndị Igbo afro onwe ha n'anya. Onwere. Nwekwa ndị Igbo afro onwe ha n'anya. So when they say ndị Igbo, it doesn't mean it's general. Think about yourself. Am I guilty of what this man is saying? If you're not, you wouldn't get worried. They are victim of the same thing. They are so guilty of it, because they are looking for a way, for something. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu, now I will tell you, you're a lie. We have gone to a stage when Nnamdi Kanu himself can't even stop what we're doing. He can't. Biafra, it is our thing. So if you are crying there, you are praising, you're crazy yourself, you think that you are you are not achieving anything, you're wasting your time. We saw the landmark interview at the caller from Tochuku that called from London. Does it not take wisdom to answer people like that? Because I will not be able to stand him. I will, before he finishes what he's saying, I'll be up there. And then eventually, but the man, calm down and listen to him. Calm down. There are so many things you're looking for, but you know what? If I didn't because this is the only way we can get to our destination. Yesterday, somebody called me and gave me some information, and I think I'm going to talk about it later on this program. There is one somebody, I think he had a program on Facebook, and his name, the compare of the program is what's his name again? I wrote the name down here. Mazi Ubi. I think that's the person. He had an Igbo program. I have not been able to listen to that program, but I just listened to the introduction of the program because the person asked me to listen, and he introduced Reverend Father Joe Eze. So this morning I am going to call Reverend Father Joe Eze on this program. I'm going to call him in. So if you are listening, just wait for my call. My call is coming in. I have a few questions that I need to ask you. and this person that called needs clarity, and I want you to speak to clarify the situation. I won't tell you what it is, but I'm going to call you. I have your phone number because they gave me your number. I'm going to call you on this program. You are somewhere in California, and I'm going to call you from here and let you explain yourself, but not right now. I'm going to keep going to the program and tell you I have a few clips here that I need to air this morning, and there's another one that's very interesting. Somebody that sent me something. I'm not going to air it because I have not listened to it. So anything I don't listen to way in advance, I do not put it on my program. That's exactly the way it works for me. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still taking. Let me start by giving you a few of the clips that I have on program this morning. Let's listen to this.
Against Nigeria as it is since I was born till today, the picture you see is of hopelessness. Okay? I'll give you two quick examples. I won't mention names, but there are people you can connect with. We've had a situation whereby a governor ran the state for 8 years of 2 terms. And when he took ill, the best that could be done, or the quickest, was to ferry him to Lagos for treatment. And then you want to ask yourself, if this person had in his wisdom ensured that at least one hospital was standing quite well, world class in his state, there would have been any need to move him up and down. That is one. We were here when the president's wife said at the Aso Rock clinic they had no paracetamol, that she needed this, she couldn't get it. The man who was in charge as the chief of staff, who should have taken care of that end, did nothing about it. It's not a secret. Look for any annual budget, you will see money being allocated to the Aso Rock clinic. When COVID-19 hit the same person, he was flown to Lagos. If Aso Rock clinic had been put right, there would have been any need for that to happen. I share the fears of Chief Unaji. I also share the view of Mr. Daniel. But you see, it becomes painful when gradually we are progressing into destruction, into perdition, and into endless speech. Nobody that is a private person with no contact in government or will tell me that today your life is better than it was 5 years ago.
No way.
We've been going from good to bad and from bad to worse. And if care is not taken, we might find ourselves at the island of the worst. What they have done is to kill the fly with a hammer. Unfortunately, the people are not going to be better for it. You and I know it. Half of those who are in crime today will not be in crime if the environment genuinely gives them the platform to operate. But what happens when the environment is so toxic, is so charged? I'm glad that the last speaker, Mr. Speaker, spoke on power. Since year 1999, so many trillions have gone into solving power problem. But as I'm seated here today, my estate, we've not had power in the last 48 hours. Virtually everybody now owns generator, and those who can afford it now go for inverter, solar power, and all of that. I've lived outside Nigeria before, and I've traveled far and wide. They are able to solve this problem. Why is it intractable? Why is it unsolvable here? Why is it looking like rocket science? And then we keep throwing money into it, and it's not getting better. Unfortunately, people are now being asked to pay more for darkness than for light. If not for the intervention of the national and the federal government, by now you and I would have been having to pay more. Okay, so for darkness than for light.
All right, that's the same story every year, year in, year out. You know, when we talk about power, Nigeria was not created to survive. Nigger, first of all, it started by Padna, Nigger area. It's like toxic. It's like satanic, if I might use that word before somebody put me out of place. It was not created to survive. Everything about it, the foundation, everything was a lie. We listened to Mr. Smith, a British man, what he said about the way they falsified the election. in the country they gave a wrong name, Nigeria, Niger area. Niger, where niggers live. Nigger is such a bad word that even the rednecks don't even use it very often. They're scared of using it, because if you use it, somebody's going to knock you off the road. But that is a place where people are gathered together and they give them that name, and all of them are rejoicing. They're jumping. I'm a Nigerian. That word is so heavy in my mouth, because each time you want to say it, believe me sincerely, there is something that tells you. Was it yesterday, about a couple of days ago? I don't know when we were talking. Somebody said, "Hey, you have an accent. Are you a Nigerian?" I said, "No, I'm a Biafran." He said, "Oh, okay, Biafra, are you? But you are not a country." Yeah, I said, "Well, I am a country." What you're talking about not being a country is that you have not recognized me as a country. It doesn't change who I am. If you don't recognize me as a black person, I am still black regardless whether you recognize me or not. So I'm a Biafran. That's what I am. And because when you say Nigerian, he laughed. He was not in Nigeria. I think he's a Ghanaian. He's from Ghana, somewhere in Africa. And when I said I was a Biafran, he said, "Are you a Nigerian?" He was smiling to me, and when he said Nigeria, I frowned and I said, "I'm a Biafran." He laughed over it, and then he said, "But you are not a country yet." I said, "Yeah, but the fact that you don't recognize me as a black person, it doesn't change the fact that I'm black. So I'm still a Biafran, whether you recognize me or not. It doesn't make any difference." So when we are talking about the country was not made to survive, the man is talking about 1999, electricity and power and everything. Forget it. I was born before independence. Oh yes. My father actually was a civil servant, and we were living out. Like I become a human being, living in a government house. To be honest, there was no electrical power. There was power 24/7. There was no such thing as power off age. There was this black telephone that we had in the house. Everything was working at that time. My mother asked a question one time, at the end of the war, many years after. She asked, did they take our light when they were leaving? Because before independence, there was always light. And this man is talking about 1999. 1999 is yesterday now. Nigeria has never had light. Since I became an adult and started thinking about doing something. No. I remember Jonathan, when he took over office, I was in the zoo and people were contributing on Facebook. And I wrote it there. There was something that I wrote. After when I read it, I was like, where did I even get this inspiration from? I said to Jonathan, when I wrote to him, "You have not become Nigeria's president. Let the first word you speak when you get into office is, let there be light." Because when God created the world, that's what he said. When I'm talking about light, I am talking about electricity. I'm talking about power. In fact, an artist came to the studio to record at the time, and I gave him a line that he was going to use the song. The country will not get light, be like person will not get blood. It was a line I wrote for an artist. I don't know what he did with it. But he started singing it immediately, because that's the way I felt. I didn't know the power of electricity until I left this country to go and start a business in the zoo. Because over here, when you have something, you don't even think about it. You don't think about electricity as being something. But believe me, go back to the zoo and try to do a business. You will know that this thing will see. Because electricity here, sometimes the light stays on. My children, to be honest with you, they don't even know that you can go to the switchboard and switch off the light and bring the light back on. It's only in the zoo. Nothing will happen there. Power is power. Electricity is the soul, is the blood of any nation. I have said it before on this program. I still remember it in the late 70s or around early 80s in this country. The professor was walking into the class, and the switch is at the door. He switched it off and then switched it back on, and then came in. Because when he switched off, we were all jacked, and then he came back and he started talking. He started saying something about electricity, about power in the nation. Then he gave a story of when there was a lights out in New York, power outage in New York for about 10 minutes and 15 minutes or whatever, and there was so much commotion. And there is this guy in the same class with me. I knew he was a Nigerian when we don't talk anyway. I never conversed with him, but he was sitting on a different part of the seat. And when they talked about the light going off, I looked at him and he looked at me and we smiled. It's like this is what I'm talking about, lights out. This is something I will live with. It has not changed. The man is talking about 1999. I'm talking about the United States. I came here in the 80s. So Nigeria wasn't built to survive. It was not built to be a country. It was just a dumping ground. Let's go there and dump these people and go there and take their crude oil and do whatever I want to do with it. Put the people that are idiots on power so that they will not stop us of what we are doing. And we are still living with it. And we are still hoping that it's going to change. Nnamdi Kanu will talk and you open your mouth and curse him out. Oh, he's trying to do this. He's trying to break up your one Nigeria. Who is one Nigeria? Why? You see, they created these rich people. They are very good at what they do, honestly. They created this country called Nigeria and they put the number 1, O-N-E, from the beginning. I never had one America. I never had one Britain. I never had one Spain, one France, one Djibouti. I mean one Ghana. I never had one Cote d'Ivoire. It's only Nigeria. They create that illusion that they put that. They just created this thing and put it there. It's like the cent in this country. You know, you go to a shop, you see $99.99. But here, you go to call is $100. So they are telling you 99.99. You go check here, you get 1 cent. They take the 1 cent and put it back into your hand. Give you 1 penny back. Because when you are passing and you see 99, yeah, and quite price here, but we'll talk about 100. That's 100 there. The attraction. I remember if for something $9.99, say yeah, quite cheap. By the time you get in there, $9.99 actually, they will give you a penny back, but then you have to pay tax on it, and you end up paying more than $9.99. And you will hear Omala Nyaro. Nigeria was not created like that. These people created this rubbish that they call Nigeria. They dumped all of us there, gave us a name called nigger. They say all these black idiots. Let's dump them together. Just give them one name. Then how are we going to continue ruling them? Because now they want independence. If we leave this place, the people in the south, they are too smart. We can't deal with them. So let's go to the north. The Alamajiris. Let's go there and put them in there. And that's exactly what they did. And that has held us in disaster for 100 and something years. And somebody is out there who God has given the knowledge, the inspiration to come and change us. And we are fighting him. If not, I ain't a problem. And we're problem. But thank God, everything is opening up. Everything is. People are becoming aware. My junior sister was talking to me on the phone, and we're discussing about. She was like, "Biafra, I watch it will come," and she gave me a story that was very interesting. She said she took Okada. Okada person was taking her home from the marketplace, and she had her mask on, and the Okada man didn't have any mask. And my sister said, "Why are you not putting on your mask?" And the man said, "Forget about the mask for Nigeria." No, she quickly thought, "Oh, maybe this person is from Ghana or something." I said, "Yeah, are you not a Nigerian?" I said, "But God forbid, now we're Biafran." My sister said she fell out laughing, and then the man meant what he was saying. See, but at the end she said, "But you know what? Coronavirus, I'm a Biafran, no Nigeria. So make sure you wear a mask, protect yourself at all times." It's a very good thing that I'm happy that you are a Biafran. I'm a Biafran too. But I wear my mask regardless, because the oil is for everybody. You are protecting yourself, so try to protect yourself as possible. Also, but if you may add a year, I check and the police be a challenge them on the challenge. See now, wow, that kind of talk is things that when I hear it from the village, I know that they are waking up, and it gives me joy. It gives me joy that at least some people are listening. There are people out there. They're already tired. They want the Biafra so bad, more than us not here. Honestly, most of those of us in diaspora, those people at home, they want it today and tomorrow. And that's exactly what's going to be. Anybody can open his mouth and curse Nnamdi. Iyo na akpondo kenye the best thing. Cause okenye na onwe ya makwana ijekwa meeting ndo okenye ora ha ka onu there. Cause mo to there. When you go to okenye's meeting, if that akpo do ha nko boss aha ka ya. So Nnamdi Kanu kulie does me. Nnamdi Kanu no way is not a young boy. Boy, what deceived everybody was when he started. That small boy. Only the baby face. That small boy. That small boy. He's not a small boy. He's not a small boy. I'm telling you honestly. He is. Nnamdi Kanu is an elder. Believe me sincerely. George ya. Mara no debate. Ijoya. O hapo afford ya na iphone ya hakwa elder too. Although that follow get that all white. In my wisdom turns the gray hair. The wisdom, but honestly speaking. When we say na mmadu to puta no tutu. Ine ne isi awro sawo. E ma na if they do if something na anime na eclate that awro no bro age. They start aging their age, their white hair. I think that's the mistake. Now age. I mean age. I mean the wisdom comes with age or something like that. Because I found and then when you see our most of them are very one of them with wisdom, a lot of wisdom. So people attribute that wisdom to old age because hang with Isiawo, but it doesn't matter because Isiawo no where as a thing creates wisdom itself creates Isiawo. You know, this is Radio Biafra. I'm trying to get into another of my very clip that I'm going to play this morning. But before now, I have said something about Mazi's program that he had this in Igbo language. I'm not want to air that program completely because I only speak about him because somebody wants a question. I have a question for Reverend Father Joe Eze. I have his phone number here. I will try to call him later on the program and see if he's going to respond. He's in California. I want to ask him a question for that person because the person that sent me this message is not here. He's in diaspora also. The only way he can hear is that he listens to Radio Biafra, and he told me he was going to pay attention because he wants this air cleared because there is something that he doesn't seem to like about what the Reverend Father is saying and doing. So he needs me to call him and then ask him a question over the air so he can answer. All right, this is Radio Biafra. I'll do that later on the program. Not right now.
Oh nana, land of the righteous, sound of vine, my originality. Land of the rising sun, Biafra, land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We take it to idol worshiping, and we lost the face of our God, and we wallowed in idol worshiping. The British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting the people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup to them entered in. I brought in civilization, brought in their religion.
Hello, good morning. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I have a few questions for you. Is that Reverend Father Joe Eze?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. I woke you up from bed. I'm so sorry about that. My name is Mazi Peters. I'm calling you from Radio Biafra USA 2.
Okay.
And there's somebody called me and wants me to ask you a question. Are you a Reverend Father?
Yes, I'm a Reverend priest. I'm a Reverend priest in Anglican Church.
Oh, okay. You're a pastor in the Anglican Church.
I'm a priest in Anglican Church.
Oh, okay. Because the person was wondering. He said, when you tell us you're a Reverend Father, we are thinking that you're a Catholic priest.
I never said I'm a Reverend Father. I've always said I'm or I'm a priest in Anglican Church.
Okay.
That has been I have never one day told anybody I'm a Reverend Father. Even if I say so, I am, because I'm nine means father. That's the sentence. But I have never said like that. I'm a priest in Anglican Church.
Okay, I get you very correctly. And because what the person was concerned about, he says Mazi Mazi Obi, I'm sorry, in his program. I didn't listen to that program, to be honest with you. He said Mazi Obi introduced you as a Reverend Father, and that is misleading. But now that you've explained it, you're a Baptist, right? That's what you said? Okay, I got that.
In the Anglican Church,
yes,
emanated from Roman Catholic.
Okay.
We just have a little difference of doctrine.
Okay.
Then at the same time, the Roman Catholic use father as their title.
Okay.
Our members call us in Ipob because we were nine or daddy.
Okay.
That's what some people use, daddy or nine. Okay. He's still addressing someone as a father or as a priest.
Okay.
Then when he asked me, who are you and what church are you, I sent him a message. Say, I am a priest in Anglican Church. I sent him a text on that.
Okay.
So he chose to address me Reverend Father, which is not still wrong.
Yeah, I know. You know, if we go deep into it, it is not wrong. But the truth is, it is actually mostly misleading. You have explained it now. Now I'm beginning to understand it, like everybody else. You know, somebody called.
In my videos, all my videos and everything, I've always said Okochukwu, and we are Okochukwu. So if maybe they hear Okochukwu, they think that is only a Reverend, they are Roman Catholic.
Okay.
Yes, that name. We are Okochukwu.
Okay.
Still, I've never addressed myself a Reverend Father, never. But I've always said Okochukwu.
Okay.
And a priest in the Roman Catholic who call Okochukwu Iben. So if maybe that's what they had and told them. And if anybody asks me, are you a Catholic father? If I say yes, I am not wrong. But if you ask me, are you a Roman Catholic father? I will say no. Okay. So because we are also Catholic, we are Anglo-Catholic.
Okay.
The other one is Roman Catholic. So people should get educated and know the right thing. Just don't follow them because you heard that they keep on calling people. No.
All right. Thank you very much for answering my question. I think the person that was concerned, I think, is listening to this program also, because I told him I was going to call you and find out this. He gave me your number. So thank you very much, sir. Welcome to Radio Biafra USA 2. All right, this is the thing. The case is clear. The whole thing has to do with language semantics. When you say, because normally I don't blame the person that called, that even gave me this information. When you say Reverend Father, in our language, the Reverend Father that we know, I'm a Catholic too. He's a Catholic priest. So when you come out and you say something like you're a Reverend Father, it raises an eyebrow. The reason why it is raising an eyebrow is that we are used to the word Roman Catholic being Reverend Fathers. The rest are pastors. However, they are all priests anyway. So let's put it that way. The reason is not that there's anything so special about anybody. It's like when you want to tell us something, you tell us the truth. Introduce yourself. It doesn't matter who you are. That's why we insist. When you call Radio Biafra, we say, tell us your name and where you're calling from. The moment you lie about your name, it is not very good, because if you start lying from the beginning, then everything that you're talking about is a lie. The same thing that is happening in the zoo today. It was a poisonous fruit that was planted by the British. That fruit that they planted that was poison. All the fruits that tree bore is poison. That's why Nigeria can never get anywhere. It's all started on lie. And they keep lying, and they will never stop lying, because lie is something that is very, very continuous. You have to lie and keep lying and keep lying and keep. Once. The truth comes in once, but lie is something that you have to repeat. You have to think even before you say it, because you want to remember what you said the last time. That when they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, it becomes toxic. Look at the country today that they call the zoo. It can never work. Up to this 1999 they're talking about, Abdul Salami, Abubakar, whatever they call him, created a piece of document, and he said, "We the people of Nigeria." We the people. That's the beginning. The beginning of the sentence is that we the people. That's a lie. You didn't consult anybody. There was no consultation. There was no constituent assembly, and you said we the people, and you expect that document to work? Mbano. It's on falsehood. Wrong foundation. Continuously, because it's been like that from the beginning and to continue like that. Olusegun Obasanjo today is talking about restructuring. Isn't that funny? This is the man that took part in killing of humans, destroying lives, because of the same thing that he's clamoring for today. You see, God has a way of doing things. These people will live. They are not going to die. Obasanjo will get old. He will really get older. He will see what. Look at Gowon. It's running up and down. The good ones will die, but you see the bad ones. That's why sometimes when they say death, I don't think it's so bad out there. To be honest with you, because it's good people that go there quickly. All the bad ones will remain here and reap what. Look at Gowon is running up and down. He's now born again. He's Jesus now. Don't worry. Until you open your mouth and confess and tell the truth, you will never have peace. Because if they can be thinking, Obasanjo can be thinking about restructuring at this time in his life, it means the man is not going to, he doesn't sleep well at night. The souls of these little people are haunting him. The same kids as you that died of Kwashoko that you killed, most of them died during the war. They are the ones roaming around now looking for their pound of flesh. They change this country. There is nothing anybody can do about it. I can't do anything. I am happy. I'm a very happy person. I sleep well. I don't have any problem. God, thank God. I wouldn't say it's in my own power. I don't. I am very healthy. I am just not. I just thank God, because I have nothing bothering me. There is nothing in my chest. If for nothing else, glory be to God for seeing the like of Nnamdi Kanu, because we don't have them. Mbano. Most of us, no. Most of us are just there. They have given up. Some of these people, they have already given up on Nigeria. If I had a chasing boss, now time alone, they are not there because they think they can change Nigeria. But if some of us can still have the energy to sit down and want to support what these young people are doing, hey, isn't that a good thing? Isn't that so sweet for you to be able to sleep well at night? I do, honestly speaking, I do, and I thank God for that. I'm telling you honestly, I'm very, very grateful to the Lord for my life. You see, so if I know is that when you want to speak the truth, because his yoku will lead you somewhere. You lie from here, you lie to there, from there to there. It's not going to help you in any way. That's why the zoo is exactly what it is today, because of the lies that they have been telling. The lie has been continuous, and there is no way anybody can change it, because there's no way you can be able to change anything beyond that. Our brother Abaribe has said something that is very interesting, so let's listen to this.
And say that just like Pat has said, I was 12 years and had just entered the secondary school, and I had my mother's younger brother, because my grandfather was polygamist and he had some younger wives, who was living with us, and he was just 15. And we were all living together during the war. And we went into the bush, because at that time there was nothing we were doing except to go to the bush and come out. And as we came out, he was conscripted. His name is Okerenta. His father's name was Okere, so they called him Okerenta. And the last time I saw him, he was marching along with some other people who were also conscripted. And the next thing we heard was that all of them were just carried and taken to Igrita. And they died there without training or anything. A lot of people don't know that war affects everybody. It affects us. And so that's why I came, just to listen and see what I can do when I get back to the red chamber, so that when those who sit down there and think that they can tell everybody what they ought to do, I can remind them that war can destroy everything that they think they have. I wish you well. Thank you very much.
Of course. So, the Fulanis, you listen to that.
We have an announcement to make. 30th of May is very, very critical. We have our 30th of May, we must not forget. We are going to have 3 days of fasting and prayer, starting from the 27th.
That's a wrong touch. I touched one thing. I told you this computer, they do whatever they want to do, but you know what? Don't worry about it. That was an error. I wasn't expecting that to come up, and it came up. So, like I was trying to say, what Abarebe was saying there is that war is not respecter of anyone. For those of them, Fulani, they're coming to the tripping tower place, they're coming to kill us in our land, they will not be able to do that. Honestly speaking, they are fooling themselves. The war of conquering people is, where will you start? You start, we are still waiting for you. Start, but because you're doing it the way you're doing it now, you're behaving like cowards. You know, you come in, you kill, you run into the bush. No. Because when we start, it's not going to be palatable. You will not enjoy it. So keep doing what you're doing. The only good thing about war, the only good thing that God made about war is that when you're going to war, you are taking your life with you. You don't live your life in Sokoto and then come to Biafra land to fight. No, your life will follow you there. So possibility is that you might lose that life too. It's not. They say they are suicide bombers. They like to die. Who told you? Nobody wants to die. Nobody. They are fooling themselves. Anybody would think that my life is not worth anything. Okay. So why don't you go jump? You cross the river Niger before you get to our place. You could have jumped into that water there and get yourself killed. So as a matter of fact, what our leader, our Baribe, was trying to explain in this clip that is so short, because I listened to it shortly before I aired it, is that you don't tell people about war thinking that war will save you, because you're going to lose everything if you go to war. We are not asking them not to come into war to us. No, come. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are very, very much waiting for you. So anytime you think it's time to start it, good luck to you. You know, we are in our own land. There's nothing anybody can do to stop us to take over our land. It's not going to work. They might try, but you know what? They will never, ever succeed. Honestly, the truth is that our land is our land, it's our home. That's where God has kept us. And anybody who thinks he can come here and take over our land, it's not going to work. This is Radio Biafra USA 2, and for those of you in diaspora who have not been able to join this movement, do so. So your best interest that you do it, because Biafra is for all of us, whether you're from Cross River, you're from Akwa Ibom, you're from Izoland, wherever you come from, Biafra is our thing. So let us listen to the voice. Somebody's calling me on this line, and I don't like getting calls when I'm not ready to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biafrans all over the world, America, freedom! IPOB, USA. Oh yes, IPOB USA, IPOB USA, and the state of New York, just like we all know,
This information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. All our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has recently said we must do the needful.
If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra,
now is the time. To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Badike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Ise Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas, 6462-269487.
Brooklyn Zone, Saint Abalakwe AM on +16-462-365246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Eluchuku,
164-69-566219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the US and you want to join or contribute, call our National Coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our National Deputy Coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our Women Wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader Nnamdi Kanu or disappoint our motherland Biafra. All hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
Greetings, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. I am Mazi Uchenna, the coordinator of the state of Kentucky. I implore you today to join the IPOB family in Kentucky so that together we will restore our great nation Biafra. To join, please contact me on 270-317-7524. Again, 270-317-7524. May Chukwoke Kabiama bless us all. Ise.
All right, take calls right now. Number here is 646-920-4541, 570-352-8442, +192-940-69953. I don't like people calling me when the line is all open because if somebody was trying to call and it was interrupting what I was doing. Call us, the line is open for you. I'm also on Skype. The Skype number is 845-283-9665. Call, the line is open.
Freedom is here. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Amoye Biafra. Freedom is here. Is here. Yeah.
All right, call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good afternoon from here, Mazi Peter.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Mazi Peter, yesterday you promised us you're going to play Imagwale's.
Yes. That tape is kind of too. It's very long. Are you waiting for it? You want to hear something special about it? I made that promise, but I listened to the tape. It's going to take most of my time, so I'll see it. I'll see it, but I need to edit it before I do that. Probably in the next program I'll do it.
Okay, that's fantastic. Though I had wanted to listen to that man because I followed his story.
Yes.
And I think the person you are referring to must have to be his father because in a computer textbook Then I was a teacher. When we teach his history and how he started,
yes,
and how he dropped out of school, and later he was even doing Oguaja and all that. Later he got a scholarship,
okay,
and so I read a little bit of history, and when we teach people in computer, then we cannot teach without mentioning Imam Agbali of his supercomputer,
yes,
one of the founding fathers of the internet. Okay, having said that, my name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos as usual.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. All protocols duly observed. You see, Mike, Peter, like you have just said, people will continue to talk anything they want to talk, but in the end, everybody will come to one conclusion.
Yes.
And of that conclusion will be the truth. What is the truth? What our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm not saying it because he's my leader. Most time, people talk to us, we get angry. After getting angry, we sit in our closet. Something will begin to prick your heart.
Yes.
You will not be asking somebody, that thing that man is saying, is it correct? There is something pricking your heart. That thing that is disturbing you is telling you that there is something wrong about you that is complaining. Imagine you have a quarrel with somebody or issue, and you stay for some time, nobody asks you something about that person, and you just try to illustrate the situation to another person. You now ask the person to judge. Say, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Or that person who was asking you that question, inside your heart, you are bothered about that particular thing. What is bothering you? What is that thing that is flogging your spirit, man? That thing is the spirit of truth that is pushing you to realize that what you are being told is nothing but the truth. But you are not seeing it from the perspective you are supposed to see it. It doesn't matter how you bend what our leader said. What our leader tells you is the truth. Because there is one thing. Our people do not succumb to reasoning. I'm telling you the truth. You will tell them one particular thing over and over. Believe me, Mazi Peter. If our leader had been just talking this thing as if it is it is at the altar where we preach.
Yes.
If our leader used that pattern 200 years, our people will not wake up.
I know.
Our people, how many of them have repented? Every day we shout in the church. They will come morning prayer, afternoon prayer, evening prayer, Sunday service, midweek service. That same person, you will see catch that person committing worse sin than what he used to commit to.
Oh yes.
That's
right.
So they cannot change. There are languages employed for certain things. When you use those languages, like if you're in a managerial position in the office, there are certain languages you use. You command their respect.
Yes.
So this is a strategy that the leader has employed, which is working perfectly well. Because when somebody scold you and call you names, one day you sit down and say, "Am I really a fool?
Yes.
Am I really doing this thing that I'm being accused?" So it calls for reasoning. It calls for intuition. You begin to imagine, why is this in this way? Why? Because ever since they have been killing our people, none of you, I have not seen any politician one day rose up to protest or to read or anything. But everybody just keep quiet. And you just see one man and the IPB that are coming to talk about this thing. Now telling you that you have failed in your responsibility to do that which you are supposed to do. And you are complaining. Come to Biafra land today. All the oil wells in Biafra land, none of our people is at the top, at the hem of our faith. I will take, for instance, when I was in the Total, all the people feel in Total, the top shop managers are Fulani people. I remember I was in safety unit then with one Mr. Sani as our head, followed by Obiora. Even though that Obiora is qualified more than the Sani. You will see our people, even those one with master's degree, are even serving tea at a security post doing that work in order for our people to survive. And now somebody is waking you up. How can you have something that is benefiting another person and you become a slave to that thing that you own? Can you be a slave in your own father's house? It ought not to be so. You cannot have access and you are eating as slave. And you are being worked up to live up to your responsibility. And some of you are not seeing it that way. You always say one thing. Insult. What do you mean by insult? We have said this in over time. You don't beg for respect, you earn respect.
Yes.
And you earn respect by the things you do. When people look at you, your integrity is not It's not that kind of integrity of late Buhari where they will always write in the newspaper he's an integrity person, where he's looting money every day. You will show working. People will see your integrity by what you do. When they see you what you do, you will earn your respect automatically if you do well. If you have ever see this evil, condemn them. These things are not good, and we have to rise up to this occasion. But if you don't do that, only be running around looking for money and be saying you are the head of Ohanes or whatsoever. Everybody is under you. You are just wasting your time. I will tell you get out, because I never gave you my mandate. And in Biafra, if nobody gave you their mandate and you are parading yourself or you force yourself on them as a leader, they may appoint in time respect. They may appoint in time try to be obedient, but they don't have value for you because they never gave you their consent. That is the truth. So let's stop all this rabble rousing and just come to think of this truth. That this truth is we need to restore our land, because the Fulani have almost advanced everywhere, and none of you are talking. You are governor, you are submitted to the Sokoto Caliphate, and we are trying to pull you people out, and we are still there working against our interests. If you are reasonable, what you do, there are certain things, even though you have played allegiance with them. Really, a Biafra with you should be pushing to IPOB, just like there are certain things that your situation have tied you down, but to make sure we liberate you. I'm not with the enemy. So it's high time all of you come back to make sure you work with IPOB. That is the only option, and that is then our Biafra will be restored. It can be what you want to be. It can do exploit in Biafra, because Biafra is going to be a free land like United States of America. Peter, thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You made a very good point here that the pastor in the church every Sunday, every week, he's saying the same thing: repent, repent, repent. How many people have repented? So there's everything has its own course. You don't treat something like this. Let me say triangle. They say there's something has to happen. You don't use the same method of building. The same method we're trying to. If you want to destroy a building, you don't need to go to an architecture and start drawing in the plan of the house and how to build it from bottom to the top. It's a different system. Destruction, just strike what matches, dump them inside there, you go burn down the place. It's as simple as that. So the energy is not the same. Nnamdi Kanu's system, hate him, love him, hate him, kick him, say whatever you like about him, it is working. Let us call a spade a spade. His system is working, and is working perfectly well for us, and we are willing to take it no matter how much you try to condemn what he is doing. For us, he is doing very well. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my beloved veteran, good afternoon from Warsaw, Poland. Yeah, this is okay for the Muslim Omaka Dacha Corona. Yeah, and there was Omaka still remains in all province of Biafran. Much we appreciate Onion, and by grace of Elohim, in few hours now he will be on air again to educate us. Mazi, hapo wa dawago hana. Otale mo kogapiana. Today kogapiwa has once again.
Yes, so
we continue to appreciate him and all his lieutenants and every hardcore Biafran doing they need what he's supposed to do to restore our land. The fanaticals, men of valor, radical Biafrans. We appreciate all of you defending your motherland. We can keep all of us. Mazi, I love what he did today because yes. We as white as like he called that our brother, and he answered correctly. But do you know one thing? Actually, anywhere, but one I naga Catholic. Okay, the science. Mazi in the Apostolic Church, what they are there as a reverend.
Yes.
And the kind of Reverend Father. So he answered because all this confusion, all this nonsense, it's Britain that brought it. Yeah. You know, they were in Roma before, they were Catholic before. They just put a bro Anglican, which they brought to our country and gave us Bible and gave these idiots, the Fulanis gone. And did you know that in the United Kingdom today, when you are preaching, the video is going viral, they would arrest you. when you are preaching there, they will arrest you. The police will arrest you. But the Muslim, the building mosques, of course, the mosques are taken everywhere there. They will suffer. The rector said it. Just like this idiot now, this go on on the person. They have not seen anything. We that are incarnated, we that Mazi, of course, I've never been in Nigeria because I was born during the war. Mazi, I know during 68 during the war. Or is there Nigeria or Biafra?
What's up? Biafra now. Go ahead.
Yes, we are Biafra, and that's why we are doing everything humanly possible to restore our land. Unless they leave us on what they have for us. Because if you watch all of us that are born during that war, suffered everything. All of us had big hair. Man, to watch all of us. You didn't see me and my brother by chance in UNN or in Belgium. Watch all of us. Even they blocked it. They think we are happy. We are not happy, and we make sure we decimate that country. They get Yodoala. We are angry. We are not happy, and that's why I'm calling my brothers all over the world to do the needful. Simple thing, kind of our people now. Like they are creating, people are creating WhatsApp forum to connect to their people. It's very, very important. After Robert, like he said, Biafra must come. But another thing, the key now is to make sure that you are everybody's getting this radio Biafra here now. Only line Mazi, when every nook and credit of Biafra and start getting this radio Biafra, I am achieve a great feat. And that's why we are calling our brothers. Please, all of you from Ungwa, you see Alangwa, Ungwa South, Ungwa North, please try and connect to your brother in Austria, please. Mazi Lucky, MLOGU. His number is +43 660 7299 740. And if you are from Ebonyi, connect to your brother Mazi Okechunweke in the same Austria, +43 699 11303 172. And for Imo transmitters, Ebonyi transmitters, Ungwa, every other place, please call +48 739 672 638. Transmitter about to Olena. It's 550 to 600. Western and what is your bring it, give us your receipt, we go and put it in your anywhere you want it, we go and put it for you. It's simple like that. Mazi, auto my brother. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. I'm thinking of starting introducing a kind of program on this Radio Biafra USA 2. When I listen to you on Facebook and you're talking garbage about our leader and you're criticizing what we are doing and you're not one of us, I'm going to devote one day for all you guys. All I need to do is get your number. I'll call you to come here and open up your mouth and tell us who you are and what you have in stock for us. Because our leader and his interactive thing had a line dedicated to Nde one Nigerianists and expecting them to call, and none of them will call. They come and rabble rousing. The point that I'm going to take it on myself anytime I see any publication that you guys do, and I think I know you are serious one Nigerianists. I'm going to get your number. I am going to call you and put you online. Obviously, because yesterday somebody asked me to listen to some women that had a program on Facebook. And I was listening to the Facebook, and Iranya kind of dominated the thing. Iranya became the champion of the dilapidated women, because I showed it to my wife. They all look very miserable, honestly speaking. I'm not trying to curse them. That's my feeling. Because when you're on Zoom, nobody knows what you're looking like, but we are seeing you the way you look. So when you look at the way they sit down there, they're like frustrated and my wife gave them a name, Society of Women. I don't want to use that word because the word just fell out of her mouth. They are so. Iranya became their champion. Honestly speaking, even though what he was saying, I wasn't able to pick exactly what he was saying, but because his line wasn't very good, it wasn't very clear. He's saying how he's the one that writes. The one that I pick up is that he one that writes speech for Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu's speeches, he's the one that writes them. My brother, you are fooling yourself. Oil and gas is over. Nnamdi Kanu does not write any speech. He doesn't. Onya speaks from his heart. He doesn't need a piece of paper in his front. I was next to him in New York. I was the one giving him the microphone to talk. I never saw him look at any paper. I never saw that man look at one piece of paper. We were in Dallas, Texas. We was with him. Nnamdi Kanu doesn't read a script. So stop fooling yourself and lying to yourself. When you look at people like that, you see that they are not normal. He is the one that writes. He's a PhD. He got his PhD when he was 12 years old. No problem. He writes a speech. All the speech Nnamdi Kanu, he's the one that writes them. Nnamdi Kanu does not even read from his speech. Nnamdi Kanu is an orator. He doesn't read. There's this guy that speaks. You say somebody's writing a speech. Yeah, right. 2 times I've been privileged to get very close to our leader. Not that I was in the audience. I was kind of there as the, probably if you can use the word master of ceremony, which is wrong anyway. I was the presenter there in his program. And I was looking at when he would bring out a piece of paper to talk. No, not for once. He will speak from his heart. He will speak from his heart, because you have nothing to. I remember fella, it was something in Ibadan, those days. We're performing in the university. I've lost in Ibadan, somewhere university, and fella said something. He said all these politicians, when they want to talk to you, they bring out their piece of paper and then they start reading on the paper. That even when the vice chancellor of the university was now invited to the microphone to come and talk, the man, fella said, oh yeah, bring your paper out. The man was not able to put his hand in his pocket and bring out his paper. He wrote something he was going to say, but because of what fella said, he would tell them, or told him, because fella said, oh yeah, read the normal thing. That's the normal thing people do. So when you talk about speech writing, who is employing you to? There are people you can write speech for. What do you know that you want to write speech for somebody? Nnamdi Kanu does not read any speech, my brother. Stop deluding yourself and lying to yourself. Look at all you fellows. I said these are all disgruntled, dilapidated, I don't know what to call them. They're talking, they're saying they're Biafra, our Biafra, our Biafra. It's okay, Biafra can be yours. Do it your way. But stop lying over somebody. Say it the way you want it. Be honest about it. Be truthful about it. Because that time is over. These days is what do you have to offer? That's what we are into. Alright? I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Well, good morning. Hello, sir. You're speaking to Chidera from South Africa. Happy Sunday, sir.
Same to you, sir. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mazi, how many people are writing speech for Nnamdi Kanu?
which is speech? I don't know.
Yeah. Mazi Peters, last night I was invited in a Zoom meeting. They call it a town hall meeting. Now, Iyke Siri was there. All the argument this guy is making, I'm not trying to make him popular, but the reason why I called in is because I just listened. Somebody sent me those clips of those gang of women.
Oh, okay.
I look at it. There's a different guy. He's also saying that he writes a speech. That was, I believe, maybe this program is on Friday or yesterday. Yesterday, live on program. Iyke Siri also say he writes speech for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu or Budonyobi. Oh yeah, I don't know different than Nnamdi.
I don't know.
Okay, because let's face this in the reality. Nnamdi Kanu came out, since we know this guy came out. He's focused. It's like a train, train up and up. Or there, turn this one, and
Yes.
he have moved straight forward. The funny part of it, where I get worried yesterday, is, to be honest with you, that when somebody came up and say that you and Nnamdi Kanu started a movement, and then Nnamdi Kanu betrayed the movement, saying a lot of things. I'm not gonna say those things here, but where my argument was, Nnamdi Kanu have never deviated from any single way since he started.
Yes.
He's moving and they have been using one language since then. But you, as a maker, you come up, you say you want a regional government. You want this, you want the constitution. He was speaking so many things which get all of us confused. What exactly do you want? Nnamdi can never come one day to me. If you are really sure that you and Nnamdi started this movement, how come you left the movement and started campaigning for something else? Why is it so? That is the question this guy should be asking himself. And all the questions opposed to him yesterday, this guy could not answer any. He said that before he can join Nnamdi or anything, it's almost like he's saying, let's dissolve IPOB, everybody must come back to square one, and let's go back to, he didn't use that word, but he said for him to come back, they must go back to the elders in this. We use that word, let's go back to the elders, and the elders must be the one who instituted it. It seems like he have a Mazi against you. Okay, man, that power can down also.
No.
Well, that meet I did not move. I have other meet I could have attended, but I wanted to feel that meet I was there until everything is done. Questions are coming to him 24. That is, people are bombarding this guy, and maybe you come across because you're lawyer, about 3 hours or so program. I make sure I log any. I was sent invitation, and I was there. And the power also come conclude. Now here I seen Nnamdi Zoro over to the book. The book have everything Nnamdi na preach. Na book aka Nnamdi so copy ho na preach. Hey. Inanukwa. Never aka Nnamdi copy he na preach. Okay, Nnamdi, I fit as gent now. Mo na abog na phone almost every day. Mbia mota ihe from you. Copy na emeso of makari agi. What do people say about you that bring the idea?
Yeah.
Mo na emeso of ma now. And about them dey move makari agi one. I'm not doing totally different from what you that generated the whole thing now. I'm not doing a different thing. Muhammad Raka Gabotra Kandam Madineso. Or the can now as a Nebada now, Pama name, and on that woman now about more, but let's miss myself and walk. Mbiazen a family no bosom can be go for me. So, Imam Pama de Metini and can walk because they take over the family.
That's right.
Yatago. Go on now, wish now, oh, you didn't know yesterday. Na what be the remove even Mohammadi can Naza. No one may introduce. Nnamdi Kanu have never one day say that now we told him no, hey, stop that. Nnamdi Kanu have never said his name is Mohammadi. I remember I think either Canada or in US. He said our guy name. He have never one day introduced himself as Mohammadi. Yes. I want to 2 year fan.
That's
people
right.
should get this thing. And we went away, you don't start talking nonsense because you went away. Open you went away because of Nnamdi. Okay, ignorance on 60 years old. 60-year-old man be the movement. It's only a couple of weeks ago I started to know about this Emeka through television. I have never heard of him. I joined you yesterday. Your movement, what exactly are you doing? Any example of the name a security man. Now just a legal advisor. To who? Oh, in a down different legal advisor. What are you doing for the security of the people? Do you know what IPOB? This is Nnamdi Kanu in our call my own name. Where the people on ground, stopping people without IPOB on ground now. Nobody know what he was. Osimba, no elders. In a man, a gender mother. And the truck, and then no advice as again from UK or the advice, and now such a truck, you know, my conclusion that Nanda power for him to demand that Nnamdi Kanu buy. Yet ago, can I buy dissolve or can the elders appoint Oyega almost like Oyega because no, let's go back to elders. Meaning no actually your position, not jealous, envy. He went to this guy. He made sure all of this, even he bring a newspaper where the US are quoting, medias are quoting IPOB what the comment they make in 2013 or 14. Then the question was asked him, why are you making reference to 2013? This is 2020. Why can't you say the zoo channel media reporter? He get you any IPOB have never killed. Or that Nnamdi Kanu be fugitive. Nnamdi Kanu bunka. We for this guy he born up. If gonna vibrate or any ton. All that is up in Nigeria. Or the Juma. Man, what's up on Nnamdi Kanu? Hey, man, not a lot of idea. I try to come here. That is not personal. A lot of people volunteer even that they try to mediate. I say, okay, cool. What do we do? The only reason you willing to communicate, but let's go back to square one. Muna go so na the Lagos. Then all of a sudden they bomb na phone. Much 8,000. Come there, don't go Bini. But as a channel, we still see job square. The name of square one. Even look at this guy in Ababa yesterday. So immediately that time I got this clip of this particular guy now within that one and see how this. As a man of faith, he not to China, Nwagube University, Nwage Tone Benka, Nnamdi here. And so what? A freedom fighter was not meant to be a billionaire.
Of course.
Nnamdi Kanu no ka job na desire. All way hard at you. He's not here to build the mansion or that computer to you. You have time to go. Mboro nanga for 2 years plus. You may go on email correct one on euro. I did make yesterday. Why don't you do this and do that? Can you put in a group guy? Now, zoo police had that. Nobody have ever had you go to Nigeria arrested or anything. Or they had not arrested because they had that you.
Oh, okay.
They had in time with you because okay, over a suit, over a case operation, quote all the case number. As your case, how far is this case? Was not Nnamdi Kanu will crash at that case out of the way. Nnamdi Kanu, everything Nnamdi. But one thing I will say here, please, guys, honestly. We should take it easy because here and now change reason the camera no more for any back now. Because yes, I don't know man still did you suggesting now because of the America the report to you and do you suggest IPOB is a terrorist group or Simba? Man, have you seen IPOB with a gun? Have they killed or Simba? Now if one day now they will use it as a reference. Now have wrote it to Bob Johnson according to what the references many number was not a JUS. Even I saw our deputy Ipob post na Facebook page here. You know, so when I hear reference about I think CFR, ever had a meeting there. He was telling them those who are looking for more evidence, wait for the reality because don't ready to hear much of them. But don't want a picture of such a one white man with our leader and himself. 3 of them will say picture here. Here now you road map. Can you do the road map? Only one of this to the group. Where is your own road map? Give it to I actually regional this thing like actual 6 states. Nigeria I say how that work with this current government? How is that possible? By the end of the day, you have envy and jealousy. My can hear the child, but the cameraman and that how is many now? I can make I were about 200 people was live yesterday, all logging. Listen to him taking them again with a very good argument. What is the difference between you and Nnamdi Kanu? That thing. You knew what a book. Need the renka. Now even on radio Biafra not one Nnamdi the son as register on his name. So Nnamdi the party hand from the one still we don't know you. How come you're not doing a different thing? At least I was Iyke. You went on that carpet. Nnamdi to talk to this stage. Just get an away for 9 days. Let claim cause sometimes I began to wonder what exactly is the problem with the Igbos. Now some a lion. A prophecy I've given by Iyke that he's seen this Nnamdi Kanu form of man, you seen another elephant, you hear tiger, they say, man, I stem Igbos, not just pull on Nnamdi back. It's a shame to be honest with you. It's a very big shame that every town hall, every single man talk about now, about the same down for the zoo now told you. A zoo government have published that. Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB, I don't give them trouble. Even when the American ambassador come, there was a report given, complained by the one wearing a mask. You had it. How many of this group can be president of Nigeria or the masked one or a federal government or presidency have mentioned their name? Still Ndibo can attack the kind of language he used. But the enemy are now fear of the same language.
That's right.
If I hear them,
they will. Don't worry. They will. Thank you so much. All right, I have another one coming. You know the points. Somebody the call just dropped. One thing about Nnamdi is that, to be honest with you, like I said yesterday, somebody called my attention to those women. I personally will not even waste my time listening to them. I tried to listen, but unfortunately, Iranya was kind of dominant in the whole thing. You know, they just sit out there, they're listening, and he's rapping, and it was more irritating because even the sound quality wasn't very good, so it was like scratchy. I couldn't really make sense out of what he was saying. But what do I expect from these people? Nothing. No, they are all rabble rousers. They don't mean anything. Honestly speaking, the best way I can say, like my brother just called now and spoke about these people, I don't even know who they are. I will not even have my time to listen to them. Believe me sincerely. Church, or say a particular church. My mother-in-law was saying something about a church, and she came. Have you seen this? And said, why are you trying to take her away where she is? She already found. She's has a church. Like me, I'm not barring. I'm not looking for somebody who will tell me about Biafra. I have one already. So what is the point? They can rabble rouse. They can say all this. They write speech for Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu. All the speeches now and there on a copy and a. Maybe then he must have a very wonderful brain. Because this is the man that I have stayed with for 2 hours. He's talking to the audience. He is talking. Believe me sincerely, he's not reading no piece of paper, nothing. There's no way he goes to make reference. I'll put an at the audience. This is not like the camera is facing you and there's a teleprint. Is it teleprint? That's the call it, or something like that. That he was reading from. No. The only time he will pause, he will go back, he looks down and comes back and starts talking. If I not say no, so why do I have to come and listen to somebody who says I write speech for him when I know he's lying? The man doesn't unless in the middle he tried the speech, then he will memorize it. Because I don't see him reading anything from any paper. Twice I've had the privilege. I've very close. Let us say what happened in Houston. I mean in Texas, Dallas. I was sitting in the front seat. I wasn't one of the officials on the table. So I wouldn't know if he reads anything anywhere. His assistant is there, his wife is there, other people are sitting down there. Where does he read it from? He came to New York. The New York is a striking example. I was broadcasting live from there. So obviously the microphone he was using I was the one handing him the microphone. I was particularly interested in the way he talks because I wanted to ask myself, where does he write this speech? Now someone is claiming I write the speech for him, but he was not reading anything. He must have electric brain to be able to memorize all these speeches that you great writers are writing. Stop fooling yourself, guys. Stop deceiving yourself. The time for that Agafego. We are way beyond that, honestly speaking. I don't have time to listen to all this, but sometimes they throw these clips to me and I'm forced to to probably listen to whatever they have to say. But it does not matter. This is expected. They are not sleeping. They are trying their best. I better square one. Can you listen to somebody who is square one? Maybe we'll go back to Ujuku's time now, because square one, I don't know long car. You go back to 2013. Stop fooling yourself, guys. We're way past that, and that's the way it is. I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi. Good evening and good morning, USA. My name is Zekwem Uchechi. I'm from Okibe Province, Biafra land, but calling from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
No.
Mazi, I thank God for your life. I thank God for what you are doing and what you people are saying. Our brother Chidera have touched it, have said it all. Mazi, our leader always say the vultures are congregating and we are beginning to identify them.
That's correct.
It's not a surprise because before I slept yesterday, this morning, I listened to some of the things the woman concocted, and Iruanya was the one. Mazi, I was listening to those garbage Iruanya was vomiting, saying all sort of lies against our leader. Mazi, honestly speaking, I was marveled. From if you check from the whole thing, all these people, Iruanya, all the rest of them, or Haneze, or any kind of all this group that are attacking our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is only for one person, as our brother just mentioned it. That's all. Even from one of the caller that called from United Kingdom when our leader was doing interactive section on Friday. All these people, bro, nobody have said that IPOB is not doing it well. Nobody have laid any accusing finger on IPOB. One or two questions, the result will be there. Will be too open there. Mazi, honestly speaking, yesterday I can't even believe myself. Mazi, I could remember vividly in 2015, even the director started making his talk when he was in US. I cannot forget the date he had town hall meeting in the United States, September 28 or 29.
Yes.
August 28, 29. He was there because he came to Malaysia in September 21 after he had arrived to Hong Kong, arrived to South Korea. He wanted to go to China, but he could not make it. Do you know, during those years of tour, our leader will be on air on Radio Biafra, hammering and preparing to go to Biafra land. After this, after my tour in Asia, I'm heading back to Biafra land. Do you know, when I was listening to Iruanya yesterday, Mazi, I felt tears. How can people, try to cajole people like this? Somebody like Mazi, the man whom God has brought to come and liberate us. They are cajoling this man. He said that he sent Nnamdi Kanu. He's supposed to go to Ukraine to do one assignment they agreed to do. That whatever the other thing they had was Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Lagos. Mazi, can you believe that blatant lie? Can you believe such kind of a thing? That Nnamdi Kanu is sent to Ukraine. In the other thing they knew that he was arrested in Lagos. Mazi, honestly, I can't believe it. Then coming to the issue about they are writing scripts, speech for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi arụ na-emekwe na ndị mmadụ arụ na-eme n'obodo Igbo. Some of ndị Igbo bụkwa na arụsị biko no. I have stood with him, I have been with him several, not one, not two, not three speeches. In the room, in everywhere, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is coming out, if Nnamdi Kanu mouth with microphone, broadcast them, Mazi, you that is very close to him, you feel the spirit, the thing is just pouring like an anointing from the above.
That's right.
The thing will just flow in. You can't even see a piece of paper where Nnamdi Kanu wrote, or somebody wrote a speech for Nnamdi Kanu to begin to talk. Mazi, yesterday, I can't believe myself. These people, can you know the kind of blackmail of the fact? Can you know the kind of, what is wrong with our people? What is really wrong with our people? But there's no problem. My happiness is that all those things they are doing, even if you go to their comment sections, Biafrans, they know the truth.
Yeah.
Our eyes are open. They know. How many are there? How many are there? Biafrans know the truth, and there is nothing they can do to cajole us, to make us to quench where we are going to, or suppress IPOB. Never, it can happen. We are also waiting again. In a few hours to come and say, okay, for him, we'll see what just say. Our leader will come and enlighten us, and they whip us war again. Because if we are going to defeat these people, Mazi, we are going to defeat them in total, and they cannot have anywhere to hide themselves again. Thank you very much, and God bless you, sir.
God bless you. All right, thank you so much. I have a call coming in the straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi. This is Rabbi Shaz. I'm calling from United Kingdom. Good afternoon from here, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity to greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I salute you. Our leader, I salute you. I salute you. I give you my salute. I'm Rabbi Shas. I'm calling from United Kingdom. Mazi, while I've been listening to you, and a lot of people are calling and exercising their, feelings, which is natural. I just want to add my voice to it because I was like that some days ago until I received another message, a confirmatory message saying that these things are bound to happen. When we see these things, we shouldn't get moved, that these are not the real enemies yet, that we're going to see some enemies. These are not the real enemies. I can tell you, when I will just leave it this way, but let me say this. When you listen to our leader, you will know, even if someone is daft, the person will know that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a natural freedom fighter, is a gifted man. You can never come by such a person in 1,000 years just easily. It's not possible. Knowing where his background, where we are coming from. And did it surprise so many of us? Are you surprised to see that the people that are coming up to speak on social media are from Igbo extraction in Biafran land? Are we surprised? Have you seen what our leader keeps saying, that the one said, if he had known that Igbos, when you flash money on them, they will fall. He wouldn't even use ammunition to come and kill more than 10 million people. He would have used money to go and bribe them, and they will start talking. I listened to Clifford Iranya. I didn't listen to this rubbish they did. I didn't want to see it because I know they are not going anywhere. I didn't want listen to them to speak to my story. I know I'm trying to listen to every conversation, but at the time I draw a line. I said I'm not going to listen to these idiots. All of them there. I remember when I came on air, I saw this thing coming since last year. Those women there, they have already been hijacked, even while they were running their fan radio. I know that they were taken. I saw it, and I told some principal officers to pay attention and do what they have to do very quickly before it's too late. I'm not surprised. I have said it before, I'm saying it again. If you look at what happened in heaven, where the word of God said in the book of Revelation, it said there was war in heaven, that Lucifer did some certain things. What did he do? I said it before. He began to blackmail God. He assumed to be God. He believed that this glory and praises should not be unto the Most High God. That thing should be given to him, Lucifer. And Lucifer spoke to all the angels. He didn't speak to 1/3. He spoke. He blackmailed. All the angels had him. But unfortunately, 1/3 fell for that life and deceit and blackmail. And they fell. Now, among us, we Biafrans, you have seen the voices coming from different locations. You hear voices coming from here and there. These voices are coming, pointing to the person that wants to deliver us. Pointing to the person that God sent to deliver us. We are seeing every evidence pointing clearly that our leader is sent by God. Let me say this. If this thing was not told me 20-something years ago, I would just keep quiet and be in my little domain and be doing what I'm doing. But for the fact that this thing was foretold, 1995 to be precise, that somebody like this will come and a sign was given. I have ordered for that tape. They will send that tape over. If a white man said that, and he's not a black man. He's not even from the zoo. He's a South African white man. But I know that white man hears from God. He said that one will come. When he comes, you people should go and help him or support him. That's what we're doing. That's why I came. If you point gun at me, I will be telling you what I'm telling you. So they can go and drown. Nigerian government paid these people. Anyone you see criticizing our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is paid by the zoo government. They pay them money. Either they pay them through their master here, where I'm coming from. I hope people are listening. They pay them to come and do these things because only Igbos will attack Igbos. These people see Fulani killing their people. They see Fulani raping their women, our mothers, our sisters. They see Fulani slaughtering them. Terrorists, herdsmen sponsored by Boko Haram that Nigerian government represent today. They never castigated against them. Rather, they come out and bring pieces of paper, 1,000 $100 was paid here. It's our I have been telling them. One of you know to go to America, 1 year go no to that money. If I cannot do it alone, I have friends that I will call. We will balance you people that money and shut up permanently and go and die wherever you are because you people are total disgrace. You people are total disgrace. I believe you are listening. And Nigerian government, their agents are listening. You people, you can't achieve it. You can't derail this struggle. You can't. You can do what IFP did in South Africa, but ANC took over. You can always try, but you will fail. Because I had something that greater is it that is within Nnamdi Kanu than whatever you people are doing.
That's right.
God told me that and I said, keep quiet and relax. That's why I'm relaxed. Mazi and Peter. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for your call. This is Radio Biafra, and like I said, no matter what they do, they're wasting their time. We are still here and we'll be here forever. All right, call on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Mazi, Iyke. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Kikabiyama, will continue to keep us moving forward. My name is Ugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this afternoon. Mazi, I listened to what our brother Chidera said. That is exactly where I really want to talk on, because I've been saying it. Lots of people, what is killing them is envy and jealousy over our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the simple question is that what our leader is doing, you can never, ever, when you are given opportunity to do that, you will never do it. The person that is saying nonsense that what our leader is saying and all the information that is given that it is inside a book that which he himself. See, I want to just tell ourselves the truth. If you know that this is where our leader gets what he is telling us, and that is truth. You that knows all these things, you keep it to yourself. What do you think you are? What do you think you are? That means you don't love your people. Our people should stop this envy and jealousy. Here in our land, that is exactly what they are doing. They will be jumping from one radio station to another. When you listen to them, that is the reason why I said I love the person that called, which our leader had opportunity and discuss peacefully with him. At the end, he used his mouth and bless God.
Yes.
You are blessed. You are blessed. It's what comes out of his mouth. You see, what we need to tell ourselves, we call it, stop this envy and jealousy. It will not help us. Envy and jealousy. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was ordained for what he's doing. In every decade of the generation, he told the whole world, he will show the whole world that he exists. He's continued to exist because some people, if the Almighty God kept quiet, some people will take what belongs to him. So for that reason, no man on earth can boast of life. Say, I own my life, or I give people life, except God. We should know that. So for that reason, when Chukwu Kikabiyama sends somebody to do a work, have it in mind that you as a man, there is nothing you can do to stop that work. The reason why our leader is doing what he's doing is because the Almighty God sends him a message and he's doing it perfectly. Stop envy and jealousy. This is exactly what is killing us here. You're supposed to join IPOB, but you are not with us because why must it be Nnamdi? I heard it from different type of mouth, different type of people. You see, Nnamdi, they started together with him. Now he's claiming to be a leader. Who do you want to tell this kind of story?
I know.
Who are you trying to deceive with this kind of information? The boss of what Nnamdi is saying, that anybody that is doing Biafra this time because of the war he thought that he will be the one to stop. He's proud of saying that. When he came to Royal Palace here in Enugu, he mentioned the same thing, but the simple truth is that envy and jealousy is what is killing them. we are saying this because we know all. If they really want to tell themselves the truth, what this man is doing is not ordinary. Chukwu Kikabia must send him this work, and he will never do it. I would the same thing. Let us move forward. Mazi, thank you so much. This is what I want to say.
There, well, thank you so much. All right, my brother, it says the truth, because yesterday when I was listening to those people, the women, and the Ruanya was the one that took over the podium, I was like, what the heck is going on? You write all this speech for this man and you'll be keeping it to yourself. Isn't that something? And I don't understand it. Let's call her on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, sir. My name is Ben Okafor, and I remain loyal to this program. I like what you're doing this morning. The program is so fantastic.
Thank you.
Those three women, I call them the three Jezebels. Whenever I write against them, I refer to them as three Jezebels, who one of them even boasted that in Atlanta, you forgot about Atlanta and the speak that went over there too.
Yes.
When we went to Atlanta.
Yes.
You remember when one of them said she would have grown her hair so long?
Oh yeah. I remember. Honestly, my wife remembers that all the time. My wife
the Jezebel. That's why I refer to them as Jezebels. My brother, boy. I spoke to these ladies. I spoke particularly to Munachi and the husband. And my final advice to them was this. Even if you don't want to work with any other hierarchy of IPOB, but please do me a favor. Whatever you are doing that you feel is going to help this program, make sure it gets the blessing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you stay under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when finally they left, they made up their mind that they're going to leave. You know what I told them? I told them, you will regret what you are doing today. Go and write it down that I, Ben Okafor, told you that. And then when they came out and then they aligned themselves with all these LNC, I call them that LNC has become the cesspool and the reservoir of all the saboteurs that left IPOB. And you all will see how stupid and useless you will come out in the end. I was aware of this nonsense that went on yesterday. They called it the ladies of truth. Immediately I saw that caption, I said, I will be the last person to tune in and listen to this crap. I never listened to it. And my brother, look at this. If somebody has a complaint against you, and all the complaints he can bring is that I was writing your speech. The President of America allows people to write their speech. It's a profession that people do for the presidents and people of authority.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that they cannot write his own. And whatever speech you write, the writer contributes in terms of where he wants to go and what he wants to be put down. That is only that you're putting it down for him. And after that, he will go through it, edit it, remove whatever he don't want to remove, and then at the end, he will add what he wants to add to make up what he really wants to give as a speech. My question would have been to the idiots, so-called Irania, when last did you write Nnamdi Kanu's speech?
Exactly.
Because as far as I'm concerned, when Nnamdi came out of jail, you've already left IPOB.
That's right.
All right? From that time, from Israel, is all the exposés in Israel. Were you part of the speech? And up to yesterday or the day before yesterday, have you ever seen where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking looking out of a paper?
Iyke.
Everything comes out from this man's head.
I know.
There are a few people like that are gifted. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a gifted individual. And for you to just complain about all these little bitty things, my brother, it's not more than what everybody said here. It's only a matter. It's only jealousy and enviness and jealousy. That's what it is. The bottom line, that's what it is. There is nothing more. There's nothing less.
Yes.
And it's a shame. People that always aspire to accomplish more are the people that are known to be jealous of each other.
Of course.
That's what the Igbos are. They always jealous one another, and they like to pull each other down because it's either me or the highway. That's all they want, and that is only the reason that drove these idiots out of IPOB. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't want to be followers; they want to be leaders. And whoever does not know how to follow will never know how to lead. And that's why they are falling all over the place. They will see they are frustrated. If you look at them, they are aging so fast. They are aging so fast. You can see the frustration in their faces.
Honestly, they look very miserable.
Exactly. Look at their program. Their program is so I don't know, poorly produced. You look at it, say, look what these women have done to themselves.
I know.
These three Jezebel. Look at what you've done to yourself. You followed a man that has no vision, no nothing. Only carrying piles and moving all over the place, claiming that he's doing something. They don't want Biafra, but they have the temerity and the audacity to go and call BBC to do Biafra 30th day celebration. Useless LLC Tony Nnamdi lawyer and you know, I mean, when you look at these people, how in the world you don't want Biafra? You want to create new Nigeria. You don't want anything about Biafra. But when Nnamdi Kanu come up with 30th of May celebration, you people look the other way. Now you people have become people that will go on 30th of May to talk about Biafra. Bunch of hypocrites.
No.
You know, and my brother, it's only a fool. It is only a fool who will look at these people and see any substance in what they are saying. You know, it's just obvious. The last speaker said it right. People know the truth when they see truth.
That's right.
There are still decent men and women in this world. They know who is doing what. You can go and fake all you want. You can go. Look, the truth can never be hidden. The people, whether you like, we know who are the saboteurs. We know who are the real people. You can never hide what you are. A leopard can never hide its spots. I think you quoted it yesterday.
Yes.
A leopard will never hide or change its spots.
No.
It will remain the same thing.
Oh yes.
So my brother, you see, like I was of Anglican upbringing, but I don't go to church like some people have said. Okay, Father has said it. I stopped going to church even before I joined IPOB because I saw no substance in the church that I've seen with Nigerians, whether back home or in the diaspora. I was a devoted Christian. I wanted to serve God with all my heart and my spirit, without hoping anything I joined. I don't hope to get anything out of it. I'm doing it because I want to satisfy my soul.
That's right.
But when I see that the people who are leading me, I'm better off than them in terms of morals, I get the hell out of there. I don't need anybody to tell me, look, you don't belong there. That's the same thing I found with church. There's nothing wrong with religion. I still pray every morning. Okay? I still do my morning devotions. Pray. Call God before I do anything in life. But you know what? I don't need anybody who is as corrupt as anything else to lead me anywhere.
Yes.
Because I'm doing nothing but putting curse on my head by even associating with them. Associating with people who are evil will make you to be evil. So all this nonsense they're talking about, we never used Reverend to represent any Anglican pastors. Okay? We don't use Reverend. Reverend is reserved. Reverend fathers are reserved for Catholic. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
So there's no semblance. There's no semblance at all. So people should, designate their name what they are.
Exactly.
So that's what it is with regards to the early conversation I had this morning.
Thank you.
So my brother, that's all I can say. I didn't want to waste my time listening to those guys because I know it's only a bunch of crap. You wrote speeches for Kanu. Even if I thought you wrote speeches for Kanu, would anybody in his right mind come and talk about that? If all the presidents of the United States, their speeches are written by other people, except few of them, like we know that this guy writes his own speech. Obama wrote his own speech, and then I think Clinton wrote his own speech as well. So what is the big deal here?
I don't know.
What is the big deal? And then once you say that, anybody in that mind knows that this is a cheap shot. Is that what you have? If that's what you have, my brother, he called me to come and listen to it to tell me you were writing Nnamdi Kanu speech. Did you deliver it for him too? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, since we left IPOB, has been speaking, making, giving tons of speeches. So there is no reason for you to say what you're saying. Having gone, how many years you left IPOB? And then Nnamdi Kanu, and today again he's going to deliver another wonderful speech. And this time he comes up, it's like the last one is better than the last one. So it's always going on the upper high level. So let's not kid ourselves. These people are losers. I have always said it's time will tell. And one person said something in this program that I so much cherish. It never left my mind. He said, we all are saboteurs until we get Biafra. God bless you, my brother.
There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Let me take more calls coming in. Caller on who's this? Caller on straight line. Are you there? Caller on straight line, are you there? Can you hear me? All right, he's not talking. I don't know why. Let me take another one. Another call coming in same straight line. Caller, are you there? Good morning. Tell us, turn down your radio, please. Turn down your radio. Caller, are you there? All right, I gotta take another one. Caller on WhatsApp. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller, are you there? It's not talking. Yeah. All right, if people are calling, I don't have time to waste. As soon as I say hello, just start talking. Caller on the straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line, are you there? These lines are all on, but nobody's talking. What's up with you guys? All right, let me try another one. Caller on another straight line call. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. There, welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Ejugu Chigozie, calling from Lagos.
Welcome to the program.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Just talk. You're on the air, sir. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, go ahead. Everybody, the board is listening to you.
My name is Ejugu, calling from Lagos. Okay, sir. I just want to contribute on the people that have been using our leader's name to want to become popular.
Yes.
The truth is that every Igbo man have that thing in him, that spirit of envy. It takes maturity and God to help you to deliver yourself from that spirit of envy.
Yes.
Envy has been eating them up. And only we will see Iyke from Iyke.
Yes.
So that is why they are becoming more furious, more angry every day, because somebody has achieved more than them. That is wickedness. Because in every DNA of a black man, envy the go from east, west, north, and south. Since our leader said that the Biafra will be actualized this year, all of them have risen up from their hiding places. That is wickedness. That is wickedness. It's in the life of every Igbo man. Is that it takes God to help you and level of your maturity to overcome that spirit of envy. It takes maturity and God to help you to overcome that spirit of envy. If not, it's burning on all of us, all the Igbos. It's in us. You want to bring somebody down to climb up. That is wickedness.
I know.
That is wickedness. That is wickedness. So God will help our leader to really, he has gone far and God will still help him to go more far. Right? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, I have another call, straight line call. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, Mazi. My name is Paul Eziem. I'm the coordinator for Virginia State.
Okay.
I just want to contribute a little bit on regards to yesterday's program with I was invited on the Maker Mystery.
Okay.
So
Next time, my brother, if you want to call, please use your line. You will have a line 929-406-9953. That's the line for the coordinators. So go ahead, but let it go this time. Next time, please use that number because this line is dedicated to the people on the outside. All right, go ahead.
The thing is this, they ask me a lot of questions. The guy is confirmed zoological Nigerian paid agent. Based on his comment, the elders there were trying to kind of moderate to ask him, is there any way you can work with Nnamdi Kanu? He was saying that we should go back to the beginning, that he's taking instruction from the elders. I don't know the elders he's taking instruction from. The Yahoo elders, the ones that are being controlled by Fulani cabals, or the traditional rulers are being given staff of office by the governors, that are being removed by the governors. So I don't get him. Based on what he's saying, he has no point. You will see that these guys are being paid to do what they're doing. Then he was saying, okay, it's going to be Nigeria. Okay, we have to rally around on the grassroots. Which grassroots are you going to rally around to do something? Everybody, in that Biafra land are on gunpoint. You can't even move freely the way we move here. All of us we know the truth. Okay, so the bottom line is that the guy is being paid. That's the way I categorize my own, and everybody sees it. If you see light and darkness, you will know.
Yes.
We are not kids, we know what is right and what is wrong. That's what it is on that side. I really appreciate Simon. He did justice to that Zolotu and to that paid agent. Okay, that one is that on that one. Then on the daughter of Jezebel. Okay, I called them before. Okay, regards to the banking issue, they were talking trash. I'm like, are you following the instruction of our leader or what? Then I don't know what was going on that they are being expelled from an IPOB. The way she responded, I'm like, I don't get it. Let me do some research. Then when I was digging up some stuff, I found out that they had been expelled from IPOB. I said, oh, is that why they are doing this? Because they did not get their way. Now they turn against Onyendu. You see? So nobody should even listen to them. Then from what point Irwanya was making, I didn't see anything, to take him, with his comment or what point he's trying to make. It shows that all these people, they have been compromised. So they are trying to bring down Onyendu. That's exactly what I saw on what they are doing. And the Onyendu Goziri, yes. So when they talk about elders, I don't know if the elders they are talking about, because as far as I'm concerned, we don't have elders. We have criminals they call elders, because none of them was elected. When I was growing up in our community, people comes out, they choose elders. People elected them. They have the mandate of the people. The present day elders now, the traditional elders now, they are being given staff of office. So it's not a mandate of the people they are operating on. It's only Onyendu that is operating on the mandate of the people. Other ones there, if you bring them down and bring Onyendu, nobody will be on their line. They will follow Onyendu because you can see the light in Onyendu. So that's just a little I want to contribute. I just thank you for what you're doing,
There was sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. All right. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Before I conclude, anyway, let me take more calls before I still have about 10 minutes to go on this program. All right, caller on straight line. Are you there? Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello. How are you?
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Ogedi Uzokwe. I'm calling from UK, United Kingdom, London.
Welcome to the program.
I'm so happy that I got you. I've been trying for the over 80 calls now.
Okay.
Mazi, Peter, thank you for what you are doing for IPOB and Ethiopia. I want to make two comments actually. And they center mainly on Uriah and his colleagues. When Mazi Chemefo sacked them from IPOB, I thought they were being victimized because of what happened at that point in time concerning the lawyers and all those. But now I realized that Mazi Chemefo was very correct, that these men had inordinate ambition, and they had their own agenda.
Yes.
And which is all manifesting now, because if you truly believe in IPOB or Biafra and you are even sacked or anything, the worst you can do is just stay on your own, don't castigate, just leave it. And if you are even better than that, you can even still participate and not be any officer.
That's right.
I know when IPOB started, wanted to give me something. I've always said no, I cannot do any work. I'm old to do anything for anything. That I'm happy supporting financially and so on and so forth. And then with regard to the issue of writing speech for Nnamdi Kanu, that is very strange to me because I personally sat on the same table with the Mazi in Nigeria when he broadcasted. I visited when he was building this monument for our fallen heroes. And also I've hosted him in Thamesmead in London. I spent a lot of money then. This was in 2012 or 13 or so, when Radio Biafra, immediately he went to America, concluded his tour in America, then came back to the UK. I hosted him. Nnamdi Kanu does not read from any script. Okay. Not even, there's nothing like writing down the points and then he starts,
exactly.
No.
Absolutely.
He just talks from his brain.
Yeah.
And I've never had any doubt that this guy has a special talent and that he's actually chosen to do this work. I believe in him as the leader of IPOB. I respect him. I believe that he's the most intelligent man we have in Africa.
Yes.
That is my belief. I'm a doctor, I read medicine, but I believe Nnamdi Kanu is more intelligent than any person because of what he is doing and even what has happened in his life. You don't need to be told that this man is actually a chosen prophet of God. So don't mind all these men. They are all jealous.
Yeah.
Iraya, all of them. Iraya comes from Uguta local government where I come from. But I've seen parted ways when I found out that, especially when he set up Radio Biafra, before you knew it, he left that one. So he's not a reliable person to follow.
I know.
No, it's true. He's not reliable to follow because he started the Radio Biafra and all of a sudden he abandoned those who were following him and said, so it was a very big mistake to have even made him coordinator of all coordinators in those days.
I know.
And so on. So our leader, Mazi, or our supreme leader, because when you call supreme leader, there are people that want to go and hug a transformer.
I know.
Yes. So our supreme leader is a man made for this job, and I believe he will deliver. And he is doing it very rightly. He has been selfless in what he has been doing. So when these people found out that a lot of money is coming, that IPOB is using to pay our what do you call it, those who are talking for us in America and all those, they became very, very jealous. And so this man has become a multi-millionaire. Let him be multi-millionaire. That does not matter. I think my biggest problem is, I don't know how, because I can make contribution to this money they say we should pay through World Igbo Congress.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a pound equivalent so that I can set up a direct debit or standing order to be paying every month because it's very important to me. I want it in pounds if equivalent is set up in Europe, because when you pay in dollars they remove some dollars and I don't want my money to be lost like that.
Yes.
So this is why I'm calling anyway. But please, you are doing a great job. I like your program.
Thank you, sir.
You are fantastic, and being a veteran of the Biafran war even makes it more sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Keep going on. My name once more is Dr. Ogeduzokwe. I'm happy to speak with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. All right, somebody's going to definitely know that people listening that are interested in what you're saying, they're going to, that those of us in the UK also, they're all there. They eventually get to you and advise you on exactly what to do. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. I don't think I need to take any more calls at this time because I have less than 5 minutes to go and I have to close this program. So I'm shutting down all the lines, and don't try to call me because you're not going to get through. All right, so what I need to say about this whole thing is that it's in the word that our leader said, that all the vultures are gathering. They are gathering. We're going to see more of this, because it's like the soldier ants. When in those days when we're little, when there's a rain and the rain falls and you see all of them marching out there parading, if you go there you wouldn't even know they were there, and you're wondering where are these ants coming out of. So that's exactly what these people are. Yesterday, like I said, somebody called my attention. Say, listen to what Iruanya is saying. I said, where is he saying it? He said it's in Facebook. I said, how do I get it on Facebook? He said you should type is it something of women, divine something, sisters of something. I did, and I went over there, and I'm looking at these women. They look, all of them look very miserable, honestly speaking. And I was the one that was really taking the podium. He was the only man that I saw there. The rest of them were just women. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, I called my wife, I said, take a look at this. And my wife said, then pointed one of them, said, this was the person you introduced to me when I said, yes. Do you know why I introduced her to you? Because I knew what is happening now is going to happen. So that I will tell you, remember that person I introduced to you. This woman had written to me when I was broadcasting. She was like calling, a regular caller, and we talk. And at the point, she wanted me to put her into the forum, broadcasters forum. And I'm wondering, why does she want to be here? I said, regardless, it's no big deal. So I just put her in there. Believe me sincerely, 1 week after I put her in there, she wanted to take command of the place. Now she's telling us what to do without even saying, please. You can do this, you can. And I said, no, this is not going to work. I didn't talk to the other broadcasters, but I know I spoke to my coordinator in New York about it. I said, there is this lady that is here. This woman is sounding very insultive. She's sounding very disrespectful. You don't talk to us like that. You're giving me orders on what I'm going to do. It's okay to tell me what to do. But the tone, the way you talk, you say it. You can't even say please. You make it look like you are now ordering me around. At a point, believe me sincerely, I think our deputy even asked me one time, how did all these people get in there on the forum? Because this was supposed to be forum for broadcasters. I said it was me that put in this person. It's okay. Now our leader deputy now created another forum for us. I left them with that forum. She took it over. She is the one that is commanding and telling everybody what to do. And I'm asking myself, that's why when I wanted, luckily, and I saw her live, I didn't recognize her because, she was the one that recognized me and came and said hello. I said, oh, hello, who are you? And she told me who she was. I said to myself, okay. So, good thing like me, I normally know that these things will come up. I called my wife, I said, I need you to meet somebody. Come. And then she came and introduced her, this is person, that. And then we got to know each other. Now, my wife is beginning to realize why I called, because normally when these things happen, you try to describe. No, it's better to say, it was that person that I showed you. So these women, for me, I heard what she said, oh, well, I needed my hair to grow so I can wipe our leaders' feet with it. If it ain't now, rubbish. We are seeing you who you are. Those of us who wear the eye that are blessed with it, I'm telling you the truth, we see you beyond your physical self. Thank God I'm not bluffing. It's all the job of God. That's the way some of us were born. I saw Nnamdi Kanu that way. I didn't see him before I joined IPOB. Almost 2 years in IPOB, I never saw him physically until we traveled. Till we went to Dallas. That's why I met him physically for the first time. Another time was in New York. Then the one that was in Rwanda that is taking the podium, just listen to him. The same reason why I never liked that man from the beginning when I heard his voice. I told you that man nearly made me leave IPOB because I was only about 2 weeks old in IPOB and they had something in New York and I was there physically and he was there. Something happened. Somebody had called us from the zoo about those in the hospital that could not be released because of payment. And he was supposed to be the one that would send the money to them. Now he came into the meeting and he was telling that he sent that money. When actually he was asked to produce a receipt to show when the money was sent. In fact, he wasn't even asked to do it. He was the one that brought it up. He brought out a receipt that the date was falsified. And I said to myself, oh no, I don't belong here. If this man, who is supposed to be the coordinator of all coordinators, is lying on a receipt, something as small as receipt, I don't think I belong to this place. I don't think so. I went outside. Honestly, I was standing outside waiting by the time they are done so I can leave because it was quite late in the night. Then one of them came outside to meet me. I was standing there and the guy said to me, I remember the guy's name calls himself Onwatuegu. That's the name he gave himself. He said, oh, Mazi, are you? I said yes. So he took my phone number Then on conversation, he told me, do you know why our band is doing this? That Uchemofo wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die in jail so he can take over. I said, my goodness me. That pushes me off again. And the first thing I said to him, I gave you my phone number. He said, yes. I said, please delete it. Don't ever call me. Because you're not making sense. When I'm saying this, I was only 2 weeks old in IPOB, but I've been listening to the radio. I was glued to the radio. Always listening to these people. Where are you getting these ideas from? Then I started smelling shit. I said, this is not going to work for me. I don't belong here. And the same person that is rousing that caused himself was about to fight Obi Diabienu on that night. And when you look at his size and look at the size of Obi Diabienu, and I'm saying, like, this man is like, it's like a small tortoise trying to climb an elephant. Obi Diabienu is a huge man. I'm talking about huge. And this little tiny thing is rousing and thinking, and he was there with his wife and his family, and they were all supporting what he was doing. So when we listen to people like that, why do I have to waste my time listening to him? Number one, somebody called me to listen, and I tried to listen, but then the voice quality was so poor that I didn't want to waste my time with that thing. Let them keep coming out. They are the ones that our leader said, all of them will be coming out. All the saboteurs, this is the time. The soldier ants that were hiding, that rain has brought out of their holes, let them parade. Biafra is here to stay, regardless of what you say. We are making it, and it's nothing nobody, no human being can stop us. From me to you, don't forget, today is a Sunday, and our leader is coming up 7 p.m. today, Biafra land time. If you're in the United States of America, that should be like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You have to listen to our leader and grow. Because listening to Nnamdi Kanu means growing. Forget about Ndele's speech. Because you see, sometimes when you say things you don't know, you write a speech for somebody whom I have seen spoken for 2 hours without even looking at a piece of paper. He must have a great brain to have memorized all the things that you wrote. Keep on lying to yourself and being a hypocrite as you have always been. I'm gas and this and this. That PhD is something that I think we might even investigate it to find out that probably you are not even what you claim to be. Alright, this is Radio Biafra. Caller, from me to you. It's bye bye. Tomorrow is another day. God's willing will be again on air. Stay tuned, don't go away, because my
Thank you.